Road Dogg on his podcast had the following to say about Bret Hart. I never saw what the big deal was with Bret Hart as a performer. I never understood it. He was a great worker, and I thought about saying good, but he was a great worker. He worked better than me tenfold, worked circles around me. Don't ever think that I've told anybody I was a good wrestler, because I haven't. I don't think I was a good wrestler. I don't think Bret was a great wrestler. It's working on wrestling getting a bit confusing. I think I was a better sports entertainer than Bret was, and I think that's where the money is. What do you think?
I agree 100%. He couldn't have said it any better. I never got the deal about Bret either. See, I've seen a lot of guys who could work like Bret could work, really. But they just didn't get the push. And the push, people, you get the green light. Vince gave him the green light to go. And Bret got into that position by attrition. You know what attrition means in wrestling? It means this guy leaves and this guy leaves, and then all of a sudden your bench is getting smaller. Well, who's left? Well, Bret's the starting pitcher now, but he wasn't a starting pitcher when all the other guys were there. But they all left, and Bret moved into that spot. One thing he was loyal. He was. And I guess he drew a lot of money, I guess. But I don't think he drew the most money. I think Austin drew more money, and The Rock drew more money, and Hulk Hogan drew more money, and the Ultimate Warrior and Savage, they probably drew more money than Bret, and maybe Ric Flair too. But he was a great wrestler. But I've seen a lot of guys who could compete right along with him. But he wasn't a good sports entertainer. And Road Dogg put it right. Road Dogg was entertaining to watch. So you don't know what he was going to say, what he's going to do his stupid little dance. And that's what I think they don't understand about Billy Corgan. I don't think Billy wants that on his show. But you got to include that sports entertainer or entertainment on a wrestling show, because that's what it is. I don't care just what. WWE, that's how WWE is, sports entertainment. When they come down and all those entrances, I mean, some of those entrances used to be just held back for a WrestleMania. Now every performer does them, especially the girls. And that's what kind of pisses me off about the girls and, Ronda Rousey and that Shayna Baszler. Well, at least they come down to the ring looking kind of pissed off. All the other girls come down there smiling and touching the little kids. Well, how are you going to, I've said this before, how are you going to dislike a woman they want to be a heel? How are you going to dislike her when she comes down and she's pretty and she's smiling? What has she done to piss you off or to set you on a path of not liking her? Absolutely nothing. I've always taught that the character you are, and I tell first-year wrestling students this. I said, when you leave that curtain and the people see you for the first time, don't let them make up their mind. Tell them what you are. You're an asshole. Because that's what you want, right? But if you go down smiling and smiling and smiling, and all of a sudden you get in the ring, now you're an asshole. Now you just confused them. Wait a minute. Wasn't he a nice guy coming down the aisle? And now he's a damn butthole? I don't get it. But if you're a butthole from the door all the way to the ring, all you got to do is amplify that. So I do agree with the Road Dogg on that statement. He is about 1,000 times the sports entertainer Bret was.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I know I don't normally do this, but Bret is one of my favourite wrestlers, like maybe top 3. Bulldog's always going to be my favourite, but I'll argue Road Dogg's point there.
You say Bulldog's your favourite?
Look, he's got to be. He's got to be. He's the hometown boy.
See, that's what I'm saying. And Bret is like a Commonwealth guy. See,
I wouldn't say he was a hometown hero, but I'll tell you in the 90s, right? Why Bret was so popular with me, and I imagine popular with other people, is because there was such shit in the undercard. You know, you got hog farmers and plumbers and So just
diversity.
You had diversity in jobs, definitely, or race car drivers, magicians, and you just wanted someone to just be serious, and you always knew that you were going to get a good, serious, great match with Bret. And also, as far as sports entertainment goes, in 1997, I would put Bret up as the best promo of that year. And he was never a promo guy, but when it was that Canada versus America thing, he was great.
Oh, he was great. That's why most Americans hated him. Because this is what I don't agree with. I don't believe he is a Canadian national hero. I don't believe that. I think he was with wrestling fans, but I don't think with all the great hockey players they've had, he would be a national hero. I don't know. Was he?
I don't know. I'm not Canadian. I have to ask. Any Canadians? Was he a national hero? What was it about Road Dogg particularly that you liked as a performer?
Road Dogg?
Yeah.
Oh, Road Dogg, he was a good worker. But he'll be the first to tell you, as he told us, that he wasn't great. Because it was more natural for him to do his wind up, this, that, and the other, boom. But when you got him down selling on the receiving end, he got a lot of sympathy from the fans. And they waited for him to make the tag. And if he had a strong partner in the corner, yeah, he could milk that crowd and he could get it out of them. So when he didn't make that tag, here they come.